When you have a marriage that is failing, right? It's not getting better, things are worsening, things are getting worse. Look at your work ethic. And I know you may say it's not me, it's them. But what are you doing? Remind yourself that if you have to go back and date, put yourself out there, it requires 10 times as much work as if you were to fix your relationship that you're in now. I put it this way. It's easier for you to fix your existing marriage than for you to start over and look for a new one. You know, a lot of people, that's why fornication happens so much. That's why cheating happens so much. That's why so many affairs happen within the Christian faith. And it happens because you have someone who gets weary of well-doing. So as they get weary of well-doing, they say, well, I'm doing so much work, and, they're watching the television saying, oh, you're not their mother, you're not their father. So, they start to believe that. They start to believe that I'm working too hard for you. You need to start pulling your own weight. Never taking into consideration that that person could be weakened at that point in time, especially if they're the man within the relationship. Men need more love than a lot of women think. And they need a lot more respect than what a woman thinks. Because everything in life demands for the man to be successful. And it's difficult to bear that kind of pressure and still produce results. Which is why a lot of successful men out there, you will find they've gone through many relationships. Why? Because their needs weren't being met. And I don't mean to say that this is a blanket or a covering for any man to leave their household or leave their spouse. Is not even close to it, because you're just weakened by the blows of life, and you have to be stronger. Get into the Word of God, and the Word of God will inspire you to continue moving forward. And God will take that burden, that load off your shoulders, and allow Him to work even harder in order for you to produce greater results. But I digress. Each person within the relationship requires different amounts of attention throughout the span of that relationship. And guess what? Your relationship is going to last a lifetime. And there's nothing better than you looking at a relationship and saying, wow, it's going to last a lifetime. So all the work that I put in, I will then reap. Because then they will remember that when I was sick, I prayed for you. When I was hungry, I fed you. When you were naked, I clothed you. When you're in those dark places in your life that nobody was there for you, I visited you. I helped you. I know it sounds like a verse within the Bible where He speaks about the poor. Well, guess what? Show pity at home first. Help those in your house first. Build up the relationships in your homes first before you think about the outside person. The people in the streets, the people in the highways and the byways, because there will come a time where they do have to meet your spouse. And if that spouse is rude and always arguing, never content, never at peace, not knowing the Word of God, what message is that going to carry to that individual that thought that your life, as well as the life of those within your households, were saved? They're going to say, well, if they can't even save their household, then what's the chances that I'm going to be saved? Work on your homes.